We start with developing news this afternoon as the state legislature's Soldiers Home Oversight Committee has spent hours today hearing testimony from families affected by the coronavirus outbreak that happened at the home earlier in the year. Welcome to Western Mass News at 4, everyone. I'm Chris Pisano. The committee heard from families whose loved ones died from the virus, as well as others who survived. Western Mass News reporter Sarah Granelli joins us now live in Holyoke with more. Sarah.
Chris, we've been here at Holyoke Community College all day listening to the heartbreaking stories of families who lost their loved ones to COVID-19 at the Holyoke Soldiers Home. All of them saying they want to make sure this never happens again.
With tears in her eyes, Susan Kenny testified before the state legislature's Holyoke Soldiers Home Oversight Committee.
We trusted them to be giving the best care to our veterans. And you just had to trust and believe that that's what was happening.
Susan's father, Charles, was one of the 76 veteran residents who died from the coronavirus during the outbreak at the home. She spoke with Western Mass News after her testimony. She describes a lack of personal protective equipment and some staff members are not taking the proper precautions.
As a CNA kissing a resident, that resident passed.
Standing with her is LAURIE MANDEVILLE-BEAUDETTE, who says her father, James Mandeville, lived at the Soldiers Home for 16 years.
It was awful. He really was like in this kind of like a comatose type of a state, and he was on oxygen. He didn't open his eyes except for once, and I had a chaplain come in and we prayed for my dad, and that's when I had to tell my dad the hardest thing that I ever had to tell him. It was okay to let go.
Former superintendent of the home, Bennett Walsh, and former medical director, Dr. David Clinton, are facing charges for the handlings of the outbreak. The two women want continuing education for staff members, separate rooms for the veterans, and people to be held accountable.
The maximum jail time allowable by law.
That, and I feel that they should dig every grave that has not been dug yet.
And coming up tonight at Western Mass News at 6 o'clock, hear from State Senator John Velas on what the committee plans to do next. Live in Holyoke, I'm Sarah Granelli for Western Mass News.